Hello there and welcome. My name is Kathy Greven from Greven & Co, where we work with individuals and businesses to develop financial strategies for life. We are presenting an update on the government stimulus packages and the October 2020 budget due to COVID-19 as of the 17th of November 2020 and the changes since our last update in July 2020. I wanted to get in now before Christmas. With SA going back into lockdown on the 17th of November, I wanted to reconnect. Today's takeaways are JobKeeper 2.0, incentives and dates you need to be aware of, other changes around the government stimulus packages that are worth noting, federal budget incentives that could support you and your business moving forward. So please be aware that the information I'm providing today is general and factual in nature and not specific to your needs and objectives, and I recommend you read the disclaimer at the end of this video and seek professional advice before deciding to act. So what a year, and especially the last 6 months worth, where we have seen Victoria locked down and the economic disaster that state will face moving forward, the US election and the media coverage around that, the federal budget, the riots all over the world with Black Lives Matter, as all lives matter, the recovery and the share market since March 2020, and there are some rumours of a vaccine at 90% proof positive to work is estimated to be available in the first or second quarter of 2021. So on with the update. The JobKeeper payment system has had no financial changes since our last update, and we have been working with businesses over the last few months, trying to support them to determine their eligibility, then lodge their applications for JK round 2, plus lodge their September declarations, as well as catch up on 2019 return lodgements and continue with 2020 return demands. An important fact I wanted you to take away from today is that we are finding many people are confused with the detail, not surprising, but a late amendment to the legislation that may have been missed in that you don't qualify for JobKeeper 2.0 on the September quarter doesn't mean that you cannot qualify for the December quarter. Each quarter round of qualifying periods stand on their own. They are not connected and can be applied for based on the corresponding prior year. We have clients that qualified for the March 20 JobKeeper 1.0, but not the September 2.0, but will, we know, in the December 2020. This is a relief as SA is now in lockdown from the 17th of November, and we have no idea if we will be out of lockdown before Christmas, December 2020. This is a relief for business operations who are impacted by this second wave of the lockdown. The second message is that JobSeeker was due to cease on the 31st of December 2020, but through the federal budget announcement in October, this has been extended and amended until March 2021. Again, I reiterate that SA is back in lockdown. This stimulus will be welcomed. The state government's recent announcements, but very quietly that is, released further grants of $10,000 and $3,000 for businesses. Like the first round, the $10,000 grant is for those businesses that employ and have business premises in SA. What is new is the $3,000 grant for business people who operate from commercial premises that don't have staff. This grant is available on the website, on the screen, and will be listed in the notes to this video until the 14th of December 2020. So if unsure, please reach out for some support to determine your eligibility. A final important fact I wanted to share is that before Parliament there is legislation that all the COVID-19 small business related grants are to be non-assessable and non-exempt income for taxation purposes, or basically tax-free to the business, which is a win for small businesses who use up these grants to pay for staff wages and commercial rental costs to keep their businesses moving. To have to pay and allocate these grants would add further burden. So I'm hopeful this legislation will get passed. So stay tuned for further updates. So to recap for businesses where we are at and the important changes the introduction by federal government for job trainer and hiring credits from the 7th of October. One point to remember is that the staff member cannot have worked for your business in the last 12 months and must have been on Centrelink benefits to qualify. Also, the state government has introduced job trainer as well, which may have gone unnoticed, and worthwhile reviewing the criteria to see which scheme fits your business. It is now legislation that insolvency reforms are here for small businesses, enabling them to restructure and or close faster without the huge costs of the past in liquidation. Now, with the budget, the federal government brought about that if you are a small business by definition, then any asset can be written off with no cost limits on purchases until the 30th of June 2020. And there are some terrific write-offs we can administer as accountants for existing assets for 2021 as well. The big ticket items in the budget is the $10,000 to $250,000 grants to pay up to 50% of costs for hospitality and tourism businesses for events and functions. The website to visit, as seen on the screen, is thetreasury.gov.au for all the facts and details, but we encourage you to get support on these measures as the devil is in the detail. For individuals, the big ticket items are Phase 1 tax changes started immediately from budget night for all individuals and a good start to reducing the bracket creep our system is still famous for. The rest of the world doesn't operate this way and, in my opinion, somewhat archaic and needs an overhaul. Baby steps, I know. JobKeeper extension to March 2021 with a reduced support payment of $150 per fortnight, down from $250 this quarter. Social Security recipients will receive 2 further one-off payments of $250, one in December and then one in March 2021. So to recap budget night, the biggest outcome not yet mentioned so far is the superannuation system, which will see a major change in the way in which you, as the members, can be informed and know more about your super options. Stay tuned for this, as it is supposed to be revolutionary. The others are to do with granny flat arrangements, youth allowance independence from parents' income levels, change for the better for the student, and finally the extension of a first home loan deposit scheme and using your superannuation to save for your first home. Far too detailed and intricate to explain in an update, but again, I encourage you to reach out to find out more, and any other incentives and initiatives can support you. That's our job. So thank you for listening today. I'm aware that we are still not out of the woods yet, and so I'm currently building a few more videos that I think will support you, like knowing how the US election will impact us on the superannuation changes that the federal government proposed, will support and impact you, and finally, for many, the dilemma about cloud accounting. Do I go down the road online, or what software is the right one for me? And what I do are things I am working on for you right now. We hope this has been of value to you and you are a little more updated with stimulus packages at state and federal levels, and we would love it if you could like and share this email or post with your friends and colleagues. We at Grevin & Co wish you and your families a safe, happy Christmas, New Year. Take care of yourselves and each other, and bye for now.